Mitsubishi really bring back an off-road legend the right way? Or is this just another big SUV trying to look tough? The 2026 Mitsubishi Montero is officially back, and this time it's louder, bolder, and way more tech-loaded than before. If you've ever dreamed about a proper adventure machine that can handle deserts, mountains, and daily traffic without breaking a sweat, you're going to want to hear this. And trust me, what's going on behind the Montero might surprise you. So stick around, because this SUV is aiming straight at the likes of the Toyota Fortuner, Ford Everest, and Isuzu MU-X, and it's not coming to play. Let's start by taking a walk around the back of the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero, because the rear design actually says a lot about what Mitsubishi is trying to do here. The tail section feels wider and more planted than before, giving the Montero a strong, confident stance when you see it from behind. There's a full-width LED light strip that stretches across the tailgate, making the SUV look more modern and premium, especially at night. The tailgate itself is reshaped to look cleaner and more sculpted, with bold Montero badging reminding you that this nameplate carries serious history. The bumper design is tougher too, with integrated skid-style elements that hint at real off-road use, not just mall parking duty. And here's a question for you. Do you prefer a clean, modern rear design like this, or do you miss the old-school, rugged look of classic SUVs? Now moving over to the left side of the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero, and this is where the SUV really shows off its muscle. The profile is tall, long, and confident, with a high belt line and pronounced wheel arches that make the Montero look ready to climb over anything in its path. Those big 20-inch alloy wheels fill out the arches nicely, giving it a powerful stance whether it's parked or rolling down the road. The body lines are clean but strong, running smoothly from the front fender all the way to the rear, which helps the Montero look modern without losing that tough SUV vibe. The side steps aren't just for looks either. They make it easier to climb in, especially considering the generous ground clearance. Imagine pulling up next to Toyota Fortuner or Ford Everest at a traffic light. Do you think the Montero stands out more, or does it blend into the crowd? Switching over to the right side, the design language stays consistent, but you start to appreciate how balanced the overall shape of the Montero really is. This isn't one of those SUVs that looks good from one angle and awkward from another. The proportions feel right, with a long wheelbase that promises interior space and comfort for passengers. The high roofline means better headroom, and the large windows improve visibility, which is a big deal both in city driving and off-road situations. The subtle chrome accents along the window line add a touch of class without going overboard. Compared to rivals like the Isuzu MU-X, which leans more into a utility-first look, the Montero feels like it's trying to balance rugged capability with family-friendly style. Would you take this on a long road trip with your family, or would you trust it more as a weekend adventure toy? Now let's step inside the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero, because this is where things really take a big leap forward. The cabin doesn't feel like an old-school off-roader anymore. It feels like a modern, tech-focused SUV that just happens to be insanely capable off-road. The seats are wrapped in soft leather, and they're designed to be supportive enough for long highway drives while still comfortable on rough terrain. The dashboard is dominated by a massive 20-inch infotainment screen that handles navigation, media, vehicle settings, and even off-road data. Right behind the steering wheel, you get a fully digital instrument cluster that can switch between different driving modes and layouts, depending on whether you're cruising the city or crawling over rocks. Ambient lighting adds a premium vibe at night, and the overall layout feels more like something you'd expect from a luxury SUV rather than a hardcore off-roader. There's plenty of space for passengers in the back too, making this a genuine family SUV, not just a two-person adventure machine. Storage compartments are smartly placed, and the cargo area is large enough for camping gear, luggage, or whatever adventure equipment you throw in. Be honest though, would you actually take this kind of high-tech interior deep into the mud, or would you be worried about getting it dirty? Now let's talk about the heart of the beast, the engine, because this is where the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero shows that it's still serious about performance and capability. Under the hood, Mitsubishi is going with a 2.4-liter turbo diesel engine that produces around 210 horsepower and a strong 470 Nm of torque. That torque figure is what really matters for off-road driving, towing, and climbing steep terrain. Power is sent through a new 8-speed automatic transmission, which promises smoother gear changes and better fuel efficiency compared to older setups. The Montero also comes with Mitsubishi's full-time Super Select 4 WDII system, which is a big deal for anyone who actually plans to take this SUV off the road. Whether you're driving on sand, snow, wet pavement, or rocky trails, the system adjusts power distribution to keep you in control. Electronic differential locks and smart torque vectoring help the Montero stay stable and planted even when the terrain gets ugly. The 0 to 100 km/h time of around 9.5 seconds might not sound super sporty, but for a big body-on-frame SUV, that's perfectly respectable. And with an expected fuel consumption of around 8 to 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers, it's not as thirsty as you might expect. So here's something to think about. Would you prioritize raw power in an SUV like this, or is reliability and efficiency more important for you? Now let's get into the price, because this is where a lot of buyers will decide whether the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero is actually worth it. The expected price range is roughly between $42,000 and $50,000 US, depending on the market and trim level. Mitsubishi is also expected to offer different versions, including more adventure-focused trims and more premium, luxury-oriented trims. That pricing puts the Montero right in the fight with the Toyota Fortuner, Ford Everest, and Isuzu MU-X. The difference is that Mitsubishi is trying to position the Montero as a balanced package: strong diesel performance, proven 4x4 capability, modern tech, and a more premium interior feel. The big question is, if all these SUVs were parked side by side at the same price, which one would you pick and why? So after looking at the design from every angle, stepping inside the cabin, checking out the engine, and talking about the price, what's the final verdict on the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero? Honestly, it feels like Mitsubishi is making a serious attempt to reclaim the Montero's legendary status. This isn't just a refreshed SUV with a fancy name, it's a proper evolution of a classic off-road icon. It stays true to Mitsubishi's rugged roots with a strong diesel engine and advanced 4x4 system, but it also embraces modern tech and comfort in a way that makes it practical for everyday life. Whether you're driving through the city, heading out on a long highway trip, or tackling rough trails, the Montero seems built for purpose. But now I want to hear from you. Do you think the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero has what it takes to challenge the dominance of the Toyota Fortuner and Ford Everest, or is Mitsubishi still playing catch-up? Would you choose this over its rivals if the price is right? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm really curious to see what you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Mitsubishi Montero and you want more honest car reviews like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow DriveZone Meter for more automotive content that actually helps you decide what to buy.